What's up, guys? Welcome back to GoldClassGaming. Today I'm back with the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list that just came out. I've been awake for like 45 minutes and the ban list just dropped. As you can see here, it is effective today. The ban list just came out and it is already in effect. So whatever we see on this list, you're gonna have to abide by it. But without further ado, let's hop right into this ban list. So scrolling down, first we have Eclipse Wyvern's banned, so we're already seeing hits to Danger Thunder. That card makes sense because they almost all Thunder decks use that card just to search out your like. I mean, it would search basically whatever they needed. I think most typically they search like Levianeer and then they just banish it off one of the small white or black dragons, and then they would just add Levianeer back in their hand. And I think that makes sense as far as a banning card for Thunder Dragon. Next up, we have Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardic. He's gone too. All right. I like banning Rusty over Mermaid because if you hit Mermaid, you really just nerf Orcus as a deck with how they can start their combo. Because that deck has a hard time starting its combos. But that Rusty, it significantly lowers the power ceiling of Orcus as a pure deck and like Orcus variants, So it's like, for example, like you don't get the two fog blades. You don't get two fog blades. You don't get the second pop, and you don't get the silent boots that they typically summon and then link away with Dingirsu for a second Galatea to get Dingirsu in the graveyard. It's actually a lot. Rusty does so much for that deck because he gives you a second pop, two negations, and that monster you need. I'll be curious to see how Orcus players adapt to not having Dingirsu, or sorry, not having Rusty. So that is it for the entire limited list or forbidden list, huh? So they only banned 2 cards. I think as far as it goes, that's actually pretty solid. Like I'm not sure what else I would have liked to ban. I'm not sure if there are any other cards that I see was ban worthy. First limited card is Altergeist Multifaker. They're actually out here banning Altergeist or limiting Altergeist cards. That's wild. My only prediction is that they're doing that because I guess like the theory is like if they nerf all the meta decks and don't touch any of the high tier rogue decks, that they'll just become these like incredible unstoppable machines in the meta. So it's like preemptively hitting Altergeist just to make sure that like it doesn't just fill up this power vacuum really well. So I guess that makes sense. Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. All right. I think the Collapse Serpent's banned or limited. It's safe to say that Wyver Burster is also limited. So, which I think makes sense because the Thunder deck only use one. You can only use one of each per turn. So like you only need one of each for combo. But they only played 3 just to increase the odds of searching it, because that meant you didn't have to search it off your Brotar or your Eclipse Wyvern. But now with that Wyvern and one of each, you have to search it off your Brotar, or pray to God that you draw it off Saryuja or like a Sekka's Light or a Danger. But it's like it really it doesn't give them as much flexibility since they have to actually search out the mini Chaos Dragons most of the time, at least. Let's keep going. Solemn Great Gazelle. That's an interesting one right there. I guess that makes sense. The OCG did it, and also Solomon Great has like 4 searchers for it. Like currently, even with Lady Debug at 1, they have 1 Gazelle, 1 Debug, 3 Solomon Great Circle, and 3 Silent Mining. Like currently, they have 8 copies of Gazelle in their deck, assuming they're playing 3 Mining. And if they aren't playing 3 Mining, and they just limited Gazelle, play 3 Mining. It's like, wow, you fixed the issue. I don't know. I think Gazelle like they have to do it just because there's so many ways to search that card that they just have to like limit it, because the idea is like, oh yeah, I'm playing 13 copies of Gazelle in my deck because I have 3 Gazelle and 3 copies of 4 other cards that search it. So that makes sense to me. Oh, I'm missing two. Well, there's Wyver Burst. Oh my god. There's Wyver Burster, which we knew was happening. Then you have Tempest, Dragon Ruler of Storms. I think Tempest was like always the only one Dragon Ruler that could come back. So I think it's fine that they're trying Tempest. I wouldn't have tried it with any of the other Dragon Rulers. I'll be curious to see how that impacts the meta though. Especially since we still have guard dragons because they didn't ban any of the guard dragons, so that'll be interesting. That Gusto Emerald's back. Emerald's back, boys. Playing 6 Dragon Buster in the extra deck because Emerald just put all 3 back and draw 1. Yeah, boy. I love Emerald just because of that interaction. Is that you play that if you have Emerald in your extra deck, you're essentially playing multiple. You're essentially playing double your number of Dragon Busters. Since at any given point in the duel, Emerald can just put every copy of Buster that's in your graveyard back into your extra deck. So you just essentially get to a point where, with Emerald where you're playing 6 Busters, and I love that because it makes grind games so much more favorable to you since you can just keep tagging out Dragon Busters. What else we got here on this limited list? Solidate Circle. Okay, so they limited Gazelle and Circle. So what? 1 Circle, 1 Gazelle, 1 Ladybug, and 3 Mining. That's still 6 copies of Gazelle. I only wish that they brought Terraforming back to 3 so I can have 6 copies of Union Hanger again. I miss that so. I miss 3 Terraforming so much. It's unreal. Multi-roll is limited. Expected is all I can say. Like everyone was saying, limit multi-roll. Like it was the expected hit for Striker, and there's really no way of like debating that. People were like, limit Engage. Do not understand how Striker works and how limiting Engage would kill the deck immediately. But multi-roll is what helps them recover resources so much. So I like seeing multi-roll limited. Oh Jesus Christ. Terraforming. God, I was just talking about terraforming, and now it's limited. No, and light stage. You have is 1 light stage and 1 terraforming. What is happening? Okay, the light stage is probably, once again, I'm just gonna go out there. It's probably a nerf for Orcust because of the whole like light stage is a 1-card combo because you just light stage Candina, normal Candina, Corbane combo. Terraforming. Why is terraforming going to 1, man? You can't tell me that's a nerf for like Orcust, or that it's a nerf for Mystic Mine. Like if you want to nerf Mystic Mine, just hit Metaverse. Which for all I know, they might still have. We haven't seen the M's yet. Why is terraforming at 1, man? I like terraforming. Damn, I'm sad now. All right, let's keep going. And Metaverse. Wait, what did I just say? Metaverse to 1 is absolutely to stop Mystic Mind stuff. Because one Metaverse is fine. The issue was that when there's 2 or 3, you not only have those 2 or 3 copies of Metaverse, that you also have Trap Trick, which could just banish a Metaverse to set one. So if you have 3 Metaverse, you now essentially have 6 Metaverse because of Trap Trick. But with only 1 Metaverse, you can't Trap Trick it anymore. So there's now only 1 copy of Metaverse in your deck. I like that. That's a solid hit to Mystic Mind decks. Or even Altergeist, debatably, to activate Village out of the deck. And also pop off with that multi-figure play. And that's it for the limited list. Now we're on to semi-limits and unlimits, which are typically kind of nothing. So I don't know. This seems like all the meat and bones of the list. I don't know. We'll scroll through the last 2 categories. Oh, never mind. This is huge. Chaos Emperor Dragon Envoy at the end is not too cool. That card's errata and it sucks. All 3 of the important danger monsters are now at 2. I like this. I've been saying that you have to just start hitting dangers just because Nessie, Jackalope, and Tsuchinoko are all just free monsters. No matter what, they will always get you a free monster. So which is why they're so good. I think putting them all at 2 helps because it hurts Danger Thunder decks, Danger Orcust decks, and AC any other deck. I was using Dangers, so just a blatant consistency boost. where now instead of a 9-card magical engine, it's a 6-card magical engine to just get decks going. But I think it is a good place to start instead of just limiting all 3 off the bat. Is there more on this? Oh my god, here we go. There's more. Eighth of the Heavenly Monarch, is that 2 instead of 1? That's fine. I don't see a huge problem with Aether. Stratos is at 2, that's fine with me. Inzektor Dragonfly is at 2 now. It's also fine with me. Inzektors and Heroes are doing nothing, and I don't think a second Stratos or a second Dragonfly is gonna drastically change that. If anything, it'd be fun to see Heroes become a top road deck with 2 Stratos and like, you know, all that stuff now. Necrophase. Performance damage jugglers at 2 now, huh? Interesting. That's fine. You know, I don't see damage juggler being a huge issue. Sure, it expected. They brought it to 1 last list, and they also just gave it a reprint. It's expected. This card is on its way back to 3. Royal Tribute. What the fuck? Royal Tribute. Let me double check the effect of Royal Tribute because I'm pretty sure I know what this card does, but I'm trying to double check that effect. Yeah, if you control Necro Valley, both players discard any monsters in their hands. That's fine. No one's really playing Gravekeepers or Necro Valley. I'm also just checking on TCG Player just for fun because this card is probably already being bought out. But yeah, I don't see Royal Tribute being a huge problem. Once again, this is all a lot of stuff that a lot of all this like was limited stuff. All just seems like stuff that just doesn't have to be limited anymore. Like it is like stuff that just doesn't have to be on the ban list anymore, and they're just easing it back into the game as opposed to just dropping it all at once. Okay, Clifford Scout was limited, is now back at 3. Interesting, cool. Clifford does nothing anymore, so like Scout is like won't matter. Just because Towers is not good anymore. It was good in its own format, but it's not good anymore because Link monsters didn't exist, and it is affected by every Link monster. Luster Pendulum, that's fine. That's just a synchro monster, I think. Yeah. No, that's something else. But still, it won't matter. Trishula at 3, interesting. Trishula's a fun one. I'm not sure we'll see any meta relevant decks that are playing multiple Trishula, but prepare to see like people on YGO Pro summoning like 2 Trishulas for ripping cards out of your hand and then overlaying for like a rank 9, like just overlaying for like VFD. I don't know. There's gonna be some guy in YGO Pro who's doing that with like 1 card. Ooh, Dark Hole is unlimited now. Interesting. Why not? Yeah, no. No one's playing Dark Hole or Regeki, so screw it. Just put it at 3. Make all the Dino players rejoice, since they can just destroy their baby. They can just destroy their own baby sources now. That was the general reaction I got when they put Slumber back to 3. Was like Dino players were happy because you can just destroy your own baby source with that. Monster Gate Unlimited, interesting. That's fine. Oh god, all of them. Rekindling, interesting. Switch to Unlimited. Solemn Judgment's back at 3? What is this format? We're playing with Solemn Judgment back at 3? I'm scared now. This format scares me. Interesting. This format's actually scary now because there's 3 Solemn Judgment walking around, which can negate anything except monster effects. But you know, still, that's interesting. 3 Judgment, 3 Poly. Yeah, I don't know. Damn, this list was long. They hit so much stuff. I literally looked at the old ban list yesterday, and they hit like 7 things. This list just goes in hard on everything, man. Wow, okay. That's a list, man. All right. Be sure to let me know what you guys think of this ban list in the comments down below. Anything you guys think shouldn't have been on the list, or anything you guys think the ban list missed, let me know. And other than that, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.